Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, coming live from Fire Per Heart, children of God. Chew, chew, chew! It's their breakfast, and I am on fire. They're gonna get me still, but you guys... always remember, Jesus is the ultimate judge no matter what happens to us. So, any of you last stragglers, you got off the Jabawab bus, didn't you? Did you get out of there yet? And all that? Okay. You don't want to be locked in this matrix. You have to deal with the matrix, but you don't want to be locked into the matrix. You want to be in Jesus 24/7 in your mind, heart, and spirit, no matter what you're doing. Okay? Some things you just shouldn't feel like you should be allowed to do anymore if you know Jesus Christ, truly. Some struggle with some things more than others. Now, we're going to look at the Christmas lights one last time before they'll have to come down. But we do got to get their breakfast. But chew, chew, chew! Chew, chew, chew! Oh my gosh, you guys. It's gonna be so glorious when we see Jesus shooting down for final judgment. We get on our horses and take off with him to go do our work. You guys, this is a big, big time because the exposure is going to continue, but the swine dung fight is going to continue. They want you in it. They need you immersed in it. You can observe it, but you don't want to be in it. You can observe it, you don't want to be in it. You can feel it, but you want to let go of it. Okay? It is our time to shine. Some of us will make it, some of us won't. I'm telling you this right now, though. God is brewing, and God does brew, and he's been brewing a long time. You don't want to be the one that's down here and you see him in all of his glory and you didn't choose him without a shadow of a doubt. Not a shadow of a doubt. You don't want to be on the back of the bus on this one. You want to be on the front of the bus, just watching. More, you got to be able to multitask. You can't watch for Jesus all day. You got to live. You got to do other things. You don't want to be the one that didn't clean up a little bit of the ship. And if you kept hiding and abusing and hiding and abusing, and that's what a lot of different groups have done, it's sick. It's so sick. So I want to touch back on base about Canada and the paperwork and different things. It was all signed with Canada. And I talked to some of the doctors. They didn't even know what the Constitution of the United States stood for and how that it does involve what people were being put through and that it was torture. So the paperwork, or the things that we were being indoctrinated with, is that police brutality is fully 100% acceptable. Hands down. Like, say, for instance, one of the last stragglers that came in, he was given brain damage, flung off his bike in the process with the brain damage and the tasing and the beating him up to death and then landing him in the hospital. He was getting felony charges to go to prison. That's just one case. I've only mentioned a few here and there because of the fact that I'm in hot water. So there's one story. That was just one of the last stragglers who came into one of the groups. And trust me, all the doctors and all the teachers heard from me. Not that that matters. Not that that matters. That doesn't matter. What matters is that hundreds of thousands of dollars are going into covering police brutality in Michigan. That's that. And that covers rapists, pedophiles, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay? Now that should not have to be spelled out. If you don't know the difference between a predator and a victim, I don't know what to tell you. You better get to Jesus so that he can unscramble what's gone wrong.